So obviously you're with the Manchester Titans. Can you just tell me a bit about the background of the club and what's going on here then?
Sure. The club's been going since 2003. In that time we've expanded massively. There's no longer just an adult contact team which is training here. We've now also got cadet flag, under 17 flag, adult flag, which are all non-contact versions of the games. We've also got a ladies team which plays both flag and contact. We've got under 17 teams, under 19 teams, and like I say, the adult contact team behind us right here.
And what league are you playing in now then?
Right now, Titans adult contact team's been promoted to the Premier League, so we're very excited about that. Our flag team's also been promoted to the Premier Team, so pretty much every single one of our teams now plays at the top level of football in the UK.
And obviously most of the focus in England's on the NFL. What would you say about the lower roots of the game and how it's thriving then in England?
Yeah, I mean the grassroots side of the game has really grown over the last few years. The university part of the sport has grown massively. The ladies' game's grown massively, and there is a lot more interest in the game because of the NFL games being played in the UK, and also the access to be able to see American football over the internet and on the television. It's developed a much bigger interest in the game over here.
And do you think it's going to keep growing? Is it got the sustainability level?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's always the talk about the NFL franchise being placed in the UK. There's a lot of stumbling blocks to come on with that. I think it probably will happen at some stage because the NFL is such a global market now, with the games being played overseas and just the interest of the game throughout the world. So it is a massive market. So I think the game in the UK will grow because of that interest and development.
And you mentioned an NFL team in the UK. Do you think the infrastructure is now there to produce our own players rather than obviously getting imports?
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems we suffer with with the Titans is our best players now get poached to go play in Europe where they can get paid to get played. So eventually we are seeing more guys actually going to be developed to play in universities in the US, which is obviously the stepping stone into the NFL. So the more guys we see going through the ranks that way into the colleges, the more guys we'll definitely see in the NFL.
And can you see a future for professional football in England? Obviously places like Hungary you mentioned and Finland. Can you see that coming over to Britain?
Like I said, the game in the UK is amateur right now, so it obviously needs some big changes to be made, but there's been a lot of talk over the last few years about having, say, a franchise system put in place where you'd have teams in, say, Manchester, in Scotland, in London, Birmingham, those kind of areas, which are run, and the players would be played professionally. It would all be a professional organisation. I think sometime in the future that could definitely work.